So now we've got to February 2019 and the latest and current version of the National Planning Policy Framework, and our exceptional house clause is still there at paragraph 79E. And just to run through the wording of that, and we're going to start to unpick some of the individual elements of what's written in that policy. It says that planning policies and decisions should, that's should, not must, something to look at there, avoid the development of isolated homes. So we'll look at the principle of isolation and the Braintree case and some other case studies that have come out since Braintree. So should avoid development of isolated homes in the countryside unless one or more of the following circumstances, that's not special circumstances, just circumstances, apply. And that item E, it says the design is of exceptional quality, and we can look at exceptional later, in that it is truly outstanding. We're going to look at what truly outstanding means and how you test that. Truly outstanding or innovative. We'll look at the or, and we'll look at the word innovative and look at what that means and how that relates back to some of the earlier versions. Remember when I talked about groundbreaking? We'll talk about that. As well as that, it must reflect the highest standards in architecture. Again, I think there's a link with that part to another part of the policy, and we'll talk about that. And it would help, that's help, not it must, help to raise the standard of design more generally in rural areas. And the final two tests of the policy are that a scheme should or would significantly enhance its immediate setting. So we can look at how you measure significantly enhance later. And final test, be sensitive to the defining characteristics of the local area. And there's lots to talk about in that one. Ultimately, I think the wording in this policy is brilliant. I think it's concise. Actually, it tells you everything you need to know. If you've got a good design process and you follow these guides, you'll be on the right track. But it's amazing how often we see the design process going wrong very early on. I think often actually the schemes go wrong because they haven't looked at all the tests of the policy. And broad brush, but I would say we tend to start looking at the tests of this policy in reverse order. So we tend to start looking at the last test, sensitive to the defining character of the local area, as our first point. What is the defining characteristics? What are the defining characteristics of the local area? And then we look at the next test back, which is significantly enhance the immediate setting. So we look at how we might be able to significantly enhance the immediate setting. Anyway, I won't go too much into all this, but that's for other videos. But there's lots to unpack here, and I look forward to going through it step by step. Thank you. Bye.